Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Ultra League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring one of the rarest duos you will find in the Ultra League, led by Salazzle. A newly hatched Salazzle made a brief stop in the Great League, and now she is in her permanent home of the Open Ultra League as an XL. And on this team, Salazzle will be serving as the closer, because I think Salazzle performs amazingly as a closer. Definitely with shields. Salazzle is still on the squishy side, takes a little bit of finesse and a little bit of tactical maneuvering. But Salazzle was loads of fun alongside the second part of this rare duo in the Ultra League in Kommo-O, which will be serving as the lead on this team. Kommo-O on the lead is quite powerful. A lot of people like to lead with dragons and swamperts, and Kommo-O is quite formidable, I will say, in the Ultra League. As you can see, this was wild caught, and we happened to catch it with hatch IVs, which is okay. I did not hatch this one. This was in the wild, and those were the IV spreads that we received, and that is okay because you know what? Kommo-O is one of those Pokemon that really seems to perform extremely well despite not having ideal IVs, and it was amazing. So guys, we've got Stunfisk as well on this team as the safe swap. The idea with this team is Kommo-O weak to ice types, i.e. Walrein. Also going to be weak to the Charmers, of course, double weak to Charmers. So we pair Kommo-O with two Pokemon in the back that can absolutely resist the charm damage and can deal some punishment to the ice types like Walrein. So if you're met with a Walrein or a Charmer on the lead, you're safe swapping in the Stunfisk, hoping to draw out a water type like Swampert. That way, Salazzle can roam free and wreak havoc on the Ultra League, preferably with shields. But guys, I had a blast, and before we dive into the featured set of the video, we're starting things off with a few bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go, Shiny Articuno lead. Awful lead, we go into Stunfisk, and they're staying in, guys. That's a bad decision, in my opinion, on their part. They're staying in to try and get off this debuff. That is not worth it because they had to go down a shield to preserve their health. We were going to hit them with a double super effective Rock Slide. And I don't think it was worth it to stay in because we want to make note here, guys, that because they did stay in to try and get off that debuff, switch clocks are misaligned. So at some point, we're going to look to make an aggressive play back into our Kommo-O to take advantage of the misaligned switch timers. They are running Dark Pulse. That is also very good to take note of. So we're going to catch that on the fourth Snarl, guys. Dark Pulse is always 4 Snarls, whereas Foul Play is 4-3-4-3. That's the cycle for Foul Play. So we took advantage of that. That's why it's important to know your count. So we're going to overfarm by quite a bit and go for this close combat to get rid of the Umbreon. They were overfarming and waiting for us to throw because they knew that we had to throw a close combat to get rid of them. They wanted us to get that debuff off, but we wanted to get some extra farm so that we could be close enough to get off another close combat to really threaten the Articuno. Holy smokes. That does a lot of neutral damage, and this Articuno is just about done. So it is Salazzle time, guys. Expecting them to blind throw an Icy Wind, and they do. That is resisted. Of course, Salazzle can tank resisted damage. That is one thing she has going for her, for sure. And they've got a Giratina Origin form, so we're going to swap out, bank some energy, clear that debuff, and force this Giratina to throw some energy or go down on shields. They cannot farm us down, guys. We are too tanky, and we're going for a Rock Slide. We are just trying to chip this health, the health on this Giratina as much as possible. They're not going down on the shields, and they see the writing on the wall. They knew it was just about over, guys. The Giratina was far too low to close that game out. That's going to be a good game. Well played to our opponent. Guys, in case you're wondering, Salazzle was tons of fun. You just have to really preserve your shields for it. It is still on the squishier side, but still tons of fun. And here we go, Giratina lead. And it is running Dragon Breath, so not as good for Kommo-O, of course. And they do look to catch our Dragon Claw onto a Berserker. So, guys, it is Salazzle time. Holy smokes. Gonna go farming, guys, on this Berserker here. We're gonna throw on the CMP tie, and apparently Salazzle loses CMP tie. That is insane. That just goes to show how hard Berserker hits. We do shield up the foul play. And honestly, guys, we did not need to throw this. But, you know, it's a brand new Pokemon. Not sure how it does in the Ultra League. So we threw. Slight misplay there, but we're still okay. We still have some residual energy. They do come back in with the Giratina and look to throw right away. So right here, we're not shielding. We're going to look to test Salazzle. It does tank a Dragon Claw. Not that well, but it does tank it. And gonna go for the Dragon Pulse, either do loads of damage or grab a shield. We are now even on shields. And guys, seeing that this Giratina is running Dragon Breath, we're coming in with Stunfisk. Stunfisk absolutely dominates Dragon Breath Giratina, and they make a play into Registeel. So, gonna pressure that last shield. They can tank an Earthquake. But it does do loads of super effective damage, and they do let it go through. So we're gonna look to shield up the Focus Blast, because we are now recognizing that our win condition lies with Stunfisk. So gonna just do one more Mud Shot and then go into Kommo-O to really put the pressure on this Registeel here. I wasn't sure if it could tank a Focus Blast from this health range, but it does. Holy smokes, Kommo-O is a monster. Hanging on by a thread long enough to get off a resisted Dragon Claw. It does not KO, but this is okay, guys. We're hoping to get a little bit of extra farm, but their switch timer was up, and they go back into the Giratina. This Giratina is still up a shield, but as you can see, guys, we are about as tanky as a Pokemon gets. And this is not even best buddied. I hate this. I would love to see Stunfisk. Once we get it to best buddy, it will be that much more overpowered. And this is just about lights out as we get a massive lag spike here. Giratina just does not hit hard enough with these Shadow Sneaks to threaten us in any way. Gonna go for another Earthquake here. This Earthquake will not KO, but it will be getting the Giratina quite low, and it is in Rock Slide range. It is lights out. This Giratina can do nothing to our Stunfisk, and we know that Registeel has about 1 HP left. They concede the match before we could seal the deal. It was lights out for them. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played to our opponent. Had a blast with these two Pokemon in the Ultra League. It was a lot of fun, guys. I am telling you. And here we go, picking up another awful lead with Kommo-O. We got to go right into our Stunfisk and see what they want to do. Usually Walrein will like to try and pressure health or shields with an Earthquake before swapping out. So we're going to take advantage of them staying in here and get off a super effective Rock Slide. Chip some health on this very bulky Walrein here. Got to shield up the Earthquake. We cannot compromise that much of our health as they make a play into an Escavalier. So Salazzle is absolutely licking her chops in the back here. They do let the Earthquake through because they can tank it. It does do quite a bit, but they can tank it nonetheless. Gonna let the Drill Run go through and look to farm down with our Salazzle. This is only about 1 Incinerate's worth of damage as Escavalier melts away from fire damage, as we all know. And they come in with a Talonflame. So here we go. We had a little bit of desync there, so they do sneak through and Incinerate. Gonna look to get off the first Poison Fang. That is how you play Talonflame. You just go straight Poison Fang and you win. We're gonna catch this Flame Charge onto our Kommo-O. We want to draw back out the Walrein, guys, because we recognize recognizing that we need an energy advantage on this Talonflame because they are still up a shield. Gonna tank the Icicle Spear. I do believe that we live the Icicle Spear. Oh, Kommo-O is insane, guys. This thing is a monster in the Ultra League. It is quite powerful. So they do take us out before we can get off a Dragon Claw. And that's okay. We do draw a shield from this Walrein. So now we're going to look to farm down, knowing that we got this debuff off. We have to shield the potential Earthquake. That would be devastating, and that would be game over for us. So we do correctly shield that. And now, guys, our win condition is to go for this Dragon Pulse, guys. I'm telling you. A lot of people would look to bait right here, but you got to know your win conditions. Holy smokes. Salazzle closing that game strong. Bye-bye, Talonflame. And that is going to be yet another good game. Holy smokes, guys. Salazzle was amazing. Good game, well played. About that to start the video off, guys. Had to start things off with some fun bonus battles as we move into the featured set of the video. And here we go, picking up a pretty neutral lead in Jellicent. We do win this matchup in the one shield with Kommo-O. So whenever I see a Jellicent on the lead, guys, not to toot my own horn or anything, but you got to read your opponent's teams. I'm reading that this is my Jellicent team that I created a little while back, right around the time that Walrein came on the scene. I created it as an anti-Walrein team for the Open Ultra League, and it does run Jellicent on the lead, with Scrafty and Charm, Alolan Ninetales in the back. So whenever I see a Jellicent lead, I'm always thinking my Jellicent team, my anti-Walrein team that I created not too long ago. And I always say on this channel, guys, the beauty of going up against one of the teams that you created is you know how to beat it. And there it is. The Charm, Alolan Ninetales right on cue. I'm making a hard team read that this is my team that I created not too long ago. I'm expecting a Scrafty in the back, so we're going to have to play this carefully. Reading that there's a Scrafty and knowing that we have a Stunfisk, we have to play this correctly. It's going to take some tactical maneuvering here. But as of now, we know that Salazzle absolutely dominates Alolan Ninetales. It is not even close. And there it is, Scrafty right on cue. So what we need to do is pressure health and shields on the Scrafty. They are still up a shield. They'll usually let the first Poison Fang go through. That is the proper way to play against a Pokemon with Poison Fang. You always want to shield up the second one, especially if it's coming from a Salazzle, because Salazzle hits like a truck. They are going to take us out, but we wanted to get those debuffs off, because knowing that getting those two debuffs off, we've lowered the defense by 2 stages. We know that we can hang in here long enough now to get off an Earthquake, and it will KO, knowing that they have been debuffed 2 times. The Earthquake will absolutely KO from this range, and it is looking like lights out because that Alolan Ninetales is not healthy enough to deal with our Stunfisk. We say bye-bye, Scrafty, and all we need to do is get to a super effective Rock Slide and send this Charm Alolan Ninetales packing. We're about to say bye-bye, Alolan Ninetales, and that's going to be yet another good game. My goodness, guys. I tell you guys, it's always nice running into one of the teams that you created. But the beauty of that, again, is if you're going up against a team that you created, you know how to beat it. And speaking of, guys, Scrafty lead. Again, another relatively good lead for Kommo-O. They have to go straight power up punch. But as with that last team, guys, a variation of my anti-Walrein Jellicent team is to have Scrafty on the lead instead of Jellicent. But the core components of the team remain the same, except you have Jellicent and Charm, Alolan Ninetales in the back. I also read it that way. So whenever we see a Scrafty lead, I'm thinking the anti-Walrein team that I created a little while ago. So what we're going to do is pressure the shields on the Scrafty by going for back-to-back close combats. They have to shield these. And we have grabbed a 2-shield advantage. Guys, I'm reading that there is a Jellicent and Charm, Alolan Ninetales in the back. People have tweaked the team a bit, and you can see it with Scrafty on the lead as well. So we're going to get rid of the Scrafty, expecting the Jellicent to come in onto our Salazzle, which is why we are completely comfortable coming in the Stunfisk, guys. And they're not swapping out. And you know what that means? That means there's a Charmalola Ninetales in the back. Gonna tank the Shadow Ball and look to get rid of this Jellicent. We are up 2 shields. We can tank a Shadow Ball, no problem, as we just saw there. And these Earthquakes really start to wear down on the Jellicent. We are going to have to shield up the second Shadow Ball, making another hard team read that there is absolutely 100% a Charm Alola Ninetales in the back. We do shield up the second Shadow Ball. We didn't really have to because they are down on shields, but I want to play it safe. And that Earthquake just about takes out the Jellicent. We farm it down. Show us the Ninetales. No! That's even more of validation. They had a Charmalola Ninetales in the back, and it was lights out for them. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Telling you guys, these 2 Pokemon on this Ultra League team did not disappoint. Not only was it tons of fun, but it was quite effective in the Ultra League. And here we go. Finally, a positive lead. We do have a solid victory over Swampert on the lead. It is a Shadow, so it is definitely going to be hitting a little bit harder. But it is also going to be taking a little bit more damage. And I'm going to actually call this. They did build up to a potential Earthquake. Going to call it as a Hydro Cannon, and it is a resisted Hydro Cannon. They're going to go for back-to-back here after going for one more Mud Shot. Going to tank this as well. We do live it. And we're going to look to farm down, but they make an aggressive play into a Shadow Snorlax. So here we go, guys. Going to pressure that shield or do tons of damage with a close combat, and they do shield, so we're going to save our low health Kommo-O. You always want to save a low health Pokemon if you can, just in case you need to catch a super effective move. So we're going to go for straight Poison Fang in this Snorlax matchup here. We are still up a shield. They are at back-to-back Body Slams. Going to have to shield one if we hope to flip switch advantage here. And they do go for the second one. I'm thinking we can definitely live a Body Slam, even if it is Shadow. And we do live, not by much, but we live long enough to get off a Poison Fang. If they let this go, this will take them out. And they do. They want to, I'm guessing, look to get some farm with their Swampert. They do get a couple of Mud Shots in on us. So here we go. We got to play this carefully. Reading this opponent, they like to build up to the big move and bait. So we're going to call this bait and catch it onto our low health Kommo-O. Holy smokes, making the plays in the Ultra League. You love to see it. All we need to do is get off a Rock Slide. This Swampert is very low. Rock Slide will definitely take it out. And they shield. Whoa, they shield, guys. Something in the back does not want to see a Stunfisk, so we're going to CMP tie them so that they cannot catch the Rock Slide. We did hit our move, triggering the CMP tie. All we need to do is shield up that super effective Hydro Cannon. We're going to say bye-bye, Swampert. Let's see what didn't want to see us. Oh, it's a Drapion. Oh, man, and it is a Shadow, so it's going to be taking more damage. We can absolutely tank 2 crunches at this health range from a Shadow Drapion. All we need to do is get to this Earthquake and send this Drapion packing, guys. Holy smokes. Bye-bye, Drapion. And that is going to be yet another good game. Well played to our opponent. Such a fun team, guys. And all the moving parts actually really complement each other very well. And here we go, picking up an awful lead. And Sylveon going to go into Stunfisk. And we do draw out a water type. That is what this team is designed to do. So we're going to look to play this out. And right about here, I was thinking that this was possibly a double water team. So rather than let our Stunfisk go down, we're going to try to pull off flipping switch advantage here. So we do trade charge attacks. We go for the Earthquake, they let it go, and we did tank the Dynamic Punch. So at this point, we absolutely have to start shielding because we have now committed to trying to flip switch advantage here. So we're going to overfarm a little bit and try and make them think that we're baiting, and we're going to go for the Earthquake and see what they want to do, and they shield it. So I was kicking myself because I could have gone Rock Slide there. And even if they did let that go through, it would have chipped enough health to where the mud shots plus another rock slide would do the trick for us. But they shielded up our big move, and we are now way behind on energy. And I'm trying to get to that rock slide, but we just can't get to it, and that is unfortunate. I think if our Stunfisk was best buddied, we would have hung on long enough and been able to flip, switch advantage with it, but did not work in our favor there. So now we don't have the alignment we need. Shields are down. Salazzle does not perform well when shields are down, and this Ampharos is farming past a Thunder Punch, which leads me to believe that they're running Zap Cannon, and that will one-shot. It is lights out for us, so we concede the match, guys. Really needed alignment in that one, but did not work out. Good game, well played. So happy and fortunate to be able to feature these two Pokemon on the same team in the Ultra League. Had a blast with them, and here we go. Picking up a positive lead in Typhlosion, and they are running Incinerate, so that makes it even better for us. So we're going to just look to play this out and go straight Dragon Claw in this matchup. As we all know, Typhlosion is not known for its bulk, and these Dragon Tails with Stab are absolutely chunking. And they did build up to back-to-back potential Blast Burns. Gonna tank one, and that did a little more resisted damage than we'd like to see. So we are gonna shield up the second one to win lead and take out the Typhlosion, as it is bad news if we happen to get it aligned onto our Stunfisk. And they come in with an Ampharos. A lot more people running Ampharos these days in the Ultra League. Very interesting. We do grab a shield with the threat of a close combat. So now it is Salazzle time, guys. Just going to throw Salazzle in here to do some damage on this Ampharos. Get off some debuffs. And this Ampharos is farming for days. Holy smokes. I have noticed a lot more Ampharos is running Zap Cannon, and they are running Zap Cannon, and they go right for it. No baits. Holy smokes. This battler is not messing around here, so gonna look to get rid of the Ampharos. I have a sneaking suspicion that this Ampharos might be running Focus Blast as well, and they do shield and snipe us with a Beware. All right, guys, so shields are down. We know that Beware can run Superpower. They build up to a potential payback, and it does not make sense for them to debuff themselves right off the bat. So we call that, we tank the payback, no problem. Even if it was a Superpower, we would have tanked that no problem as well. Gonna go for that Earthquake. And now we are gonna dare them to debuff themselves, because if they do, a Rock Slide will absolutely KO this Beware. Beware is not very bulky. It is on the squishier side. And they go for that Superpower. They have lowered their defense and attack by one stage, which means that this Rock Slide will say bye-bye to Beware. And all they have left is that low health Ampharos. I think that they were trying to get off a Focus Blast, guys, as they were farming up extra. They needed 2 more Volt Switches if they were going to do that. Sort of running a poor man's version of Registeel, maybe. A less bulkier, missing the steel typing, I would presume. But probably still effective nonetheless. And that is the team. Good game to our opponent, guys. This team was fantastic. I had a blast with this team. Salazzle is very fun. Provides a very unique typing for the Open Ultra League, guys. There are a lot of Charmers, a lot of Scrafties, a lot of Obstagoons. Salazzle with that Poison typing does resist fighting type damage. And of course, you double resist the charm damage, which makes Salazzle quite formidable. Has access to an amazing moveset, guys. You can run Dragon Pulse, hit those Giratinas for massive super effective damage. Poison Fang and Incinerate is an absolute lethal combination. It's just you got to play Salazzle the right way. You really have to prioritize your shields for Salazzle in the Ultra League, as it is still on the squishier side. But it absolutely compensates with how hard it hits. That is insane, and it does have a fantastic moveset. Along with Kommo-O is, oh my goodness, Kommo-O is amazing. Had a blast with Kommo-O. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I had fun with this team. I hope you had fun watching. As always, guys, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.